Hi everyone, hope you guys are safe and healthy. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that has been bugging me for weeks, which is the Cai Bing and Mnet evil editing situation. The discourse surrounding this topic became huge when fans noticed that Mnet very sneakily changed the translation of some of the things she said. This was a huge red flag because the changes Mnet made were not just some silly mistakes. The changed translations showed a different story, and people went back to the episodes to try and understand what had actually happened. But the damage was already done. Cai Bing is out of top 9. Her reputation got tarnished, and she's being called vile names in various platforms. The whole incident seems almost too dramatic. How did someone, who is loved by everyone, become the target of massive hate? Let's go back and discuss the fiasco from the start. Before I start the discussion, let me just make it clear that I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Cai Bing is not one of my picks, so I don't have that emotional attachment towards her. That's why I thought I would be able to talk about the situation neutrally. But if anyone feels different, then I don't know what to tell you. HYLT performance. The whole Connect Mission episode is a great way of showing the effects of editing. During this phase, Cai Bing did receive some criticism, but it was all related to her performance, not to her personality or behavior. While practicing for the HYLT performance, language barrier became an issue for Cai Bing, as she had to rap in a language she isn't fluent in. But viewers were understanding about the language issue. Mnet themselves showed clips of her continuously practicing to get better, which painted her as someone who constantly works on self-improvement. Of course there were mistakes in the performance, but those are not the point here. The main point is Mnet's sort of positive editing style, and the image Cai Bing had because of that. They showed her improve and showed the dedication she had, which made viewers root for her. Keep this part in mind because it's going to work as a contrast in the later parts. Episode 7. This is the episode where everything took a turn for the worst. If you are watching this video, I am just going to assume that you know what went down. But if you don't know what happened for some reason and still watching this video, let me explain. So on episode 7, the girls had to choose different songs and positions for combination mission, and they were divided into teams accordingly. Cai Bing was in the salute team, which focused on dancing. The 9 members had to come up with a choreography. At first everything was going fine. 4 members, including Cai Bing, worked on the choreography, and the girls seemed to be okay with the whole song and choreography. The problem started when the team had to show their choreography in front of the masters. One of the masters asked, who choreographed the song, and at first the members hesitated to answer. Then one of the members, LouFei, pointed at Cai Bing and she just replied, me. Another teammate, Dayeon, then added that there were 4 people who worked together. The team performed the choreography, and everyone got complimented except for Cai Bing. The masters pointed out that she was stiff and ahead of the beat. The scene then cuts to Cai Bing talking to the camera alone, where she says that she will improve that with practice. She also said that because she was the leader, she was trying to create positions for other members, and didn't have time to figure out her own part properly, which was a fair defense. The masters then told her to reconsider whether she could pull off the killing part. Cai Bing replied to that in the personal cut and said that if the majority agrees, she will give the killing part up, which, spoiler alert, is what she did in the end. The scene then cuts to one of the girls saying, and I quote, "We chose Cai Bing to do the killing part because of her wonderful vibe. But maybe it's better for the lead dancer to do the job." They specifically mentioned that they are the one who chose Cai Bing. She didn't force them to choose her in the first place. Cai Bing then tried to defend her case and said that, because she was taking care of everyone, she didn't have enough time to figure out her own part. The scene then cuts to Dayeon saying that Cai Bing's excuse didn't make sense. Until this point, I understood both of their point of views. Cai Bing has the right to defend her case. Dayeon has the right to say that her excuse didn't make sense. They were right in their own ways. After that, Dayeon compared Cai Bing to Ice Cream Team's Kim Dayeon, and said that, it's not like Cai Bing is choreographing the whole song like Dayeon. This is the part where I started to disagree with her. Cai Bing and Dayeon are 2 different people choreographing 2 different songs. Their situations are different too. So I don't understand the point of making the comparison behind Cai Bing's back. But I'll come back to this point later. After that, they had a discussion about the killing part, and Cai Bing basically said that if they pull off individual parts correctly, any part can be a killing part. Then it cut to the controversial and mistranslated, I am the leader scene. In this section, Cai Bing and LouFei decided to change the choreography without telling everyone else. I'm gonna be honest, this was a stupid decision. They should have told everyone before. The other members said that if LouFei and Cai Bing did it together, it would be confusing to everyone, which is a good point. In response, Cai Bing said that, I'm the leader and what I say matters. But Mnet decided to mistranslate it, and the caption showed, I'm the leader. I can do whatever I want. These two sentences are very different, and there's no one in this world that can convince me that Mnet didn't do it on purpose. How do you go from, what I say matters, to, I can do whatever I want? This clip went viral and people started calling Cai Bing selfish and rude in 3 different languages. Cai Bing's reputation took a huge hit. And even though Mnet did correct the translation, the damage was done. Now I want to talk about the situation and give my opinion. I genuinely hate comparing trainees of different groups, but since Doa already started the comparison, it wouldn't hurt for me to continue it, right? Dayeon had 12 seconds of solo section in ice cream where she was the only one dancing. She definitely deserved that amount of time for carrying the whole group on her shoulders, and nobody had any issues with that. But if Cai Bing got that kind of time, people would be calling her Satan. I'm not saying that anyone should hate on Kim Dayeon. I applaud her for creating such an engaging choreography. She's literally one of my top picks. But be honest, if Cai Bing got that amount of solo section, what do you think the reaction would have been? She was in the corner for most of the time and gave up her killing part, but still people are dragging her. So I can't imagine what would have happened if she did the killing part. Also, I think it's very funny that Mnet highlighted her disagreeing with her teammates, but didn't show what happened after that and what made her give up her section. On top of that, they mistranslated her dialogue and completely changed the meaning. Not once but twice actually. Which leads me to Episode 8. Mnet strikes again. In Episode 8, all the trainees were divided in 4 groups that would perform 4 original songs for the creation mission. Cai Bing was assigned into the Snake team along with other very popular trainees. While deciding the leader of the team, Kim Dayeon and Cai Bing both volunteered for that position. Dayeon presented her case by saying that when she was in the ice cream team, she got complimented by the masters and her teammates for her leadership skills. Cai Bing presented her case by saying that she was the leader of Salute team and her team won that round. Both of them were right in their own places. A voting took place and it ended up in a draw. Dayeon then decided to withdraw. She thought that Cai Bing would do a better job as majority of the team was Chinese. I'm gonna be honest, she was very mature for considering that. This is the moment that made Dayeon my pick. After that, Cai Bing said that if Dayeon doesn't do it, she will do it. At that time, 2 members decided to step in and said that Dayeon gets things done faster than Cai Bing. Since they don't have much time, they want Dayeon to be the leader. Which was a good point. One of the members said that Dayeon and Cai Bing should talk it out and decide what to do. This seemed like a very good idea to me. They stepped away to discuss what to do and here, Cai Bing told Dayeon and I quote, I agree with your opinion. I want you to balance the team out. Mnet however, decided to mistranslate Cai Bing again and the caption was, I support you on giving up as a leader. Again, how do you go from, I want you to balance the team out, to, I support you on giving up as a leader, unintentionally. Mnet did change the translation after getting backlash, but what's the point when the damage is done? Now, this section is just going to be me giving my opinions. If you disagree with me, please let me know. Personally, I think the whole situation is very messed up. I don't expect anything from Mnet. They literally manipulated Kim Dayeon in the first episode, and made her confidence drop. What surprised me was the reaction of the audience. During the HYLT performance, when Mnet showed Cai Bing making mistakes, and then working hard to improve that, most people were praising her for being dedicated and hardworking. But these same people took a turn and started dragging her over a 5-minute clip. When I logged into Twitter after episode 7, people were acting like Cai Bing beat someone up or something, and I thought, she probably did something horrible. But when I actually saw the show that night, I genuinely didn't understand the outrage. Even if the first translation was right, I don't think that deserved this kind of behavior. Everglow Up did a great video on this, and explained how a clip can't determine a person's character, and I agree with her. Is Cai Bing the best leader in the show? No. The language barrier, and the frustration of being stuck in a survival program is definitely affecting her leadership skills. But does that mean she's a selfish person who deserves hate? No. One person cannot possess every skill. She is not a great leader, and I think that's completely fine. I myself am not a good leader. So, if I sit here and assassinate her character over something like this, I would be a massive hypocrite. I don't know why Mnet is evil editing her. I don't know why the audience is falling for it. But all I know is that these 2 incidents doesn't prove that she's selfish. If she does something else in the future, then that's a different story. But going after someone over mistranslation just seems stupid to me. If you dislike her because of something that is related to her skills, such as her being offbeat, then your opinion is completely valid. But if you dislike her because of mistranslation, then I hope you reconsider that. So this was the video. This whole survival show has been a dumpster fire from the very beginning. I thought Mnet would stop after manipulating and gaslighting Kim Dayeon for no reason, but clearly I was wrong. All I want to say is that don't trust Mnet's editing and mistranslations. These trainees are real human beings. You don't have to like them. But at least remember that they deserve basic respect. Like or dislike, comment, and share this video and subscribe to this channel. Stay safe. Bye.